Hello guys, welcome back to the next tutorial. Continuing our discussion on variables, today we're gonna learn about the booleans. So we're gonna talk about what the boolean type is and we're gonna show some examples. So let's get started. Here's we got our PyCharm and I created a new file called boolean.py and created a new configuration as well with the type for the boolean, right? So let's start. What is boolean? So the easiest way to understand is Boolean is just like a switch, an on-off switch, maybe your electricity light switch or anything else that you can think about, something like that. So it just have two values, on or off, or you can call it 0 or 1, or you can call it true or false, right? So these are only the two possibilities, clear, black and white, no gray line, right? So it's just like on or off. So how we can define this is like I can define a variable called a and then can say maybe true. So it always has to be the capital T when we say true, so it does not recognize the smaller one, and b equals to false. So let's do this. So what I can do is I can just say print a and I can say print b, and what I'm doing right now here is I'm just assigning two values, a equals to true and b equals to false, and just printing them out, right? So let's run it and see what happens. And when I print a, it says true. When I print b, it says false. That's what it is, right? So that's the type boolean, and it's a constant, right? It has just two values, it's true or false. So basically the number 0 in any form, so 0 is false and 1 is true. So number 0 in any form, whether it be an empty object or whether it be an empty string, they're all false. And anything which is non-empty or non-none, everything else is true. So just the 0 in any form is false. So let's call it this way. So I'm gonna say bool, right? Bool. This is a built-in available from Python, and I'm gonna say bool of 0, and let's print it. Let's print it to know what it's gonna print. But I'm gonna say print the value of bool 0. I'm gonna save it, and let's print here some stars or asterisks, so you guys know that after that I'm printing the value of bool 0. So it says false. You guys notice? So this is the bool function available from Python. It's a built-in function. So it returns us the value of something, whether it's true or false. So basically boolean of 0 is false. So let's print out boolean of something else. So boolean of 1. Let's do that. So run it and it says true. Let's copy it. Let's do a few more things. So let's do boolean of 2 just to try out, right? Let's run it and again says true. So basically that's what I was saying, right? Number 0 in any form, if we find out the boolean of that, it's false, everything else is true. So let's do this thing. Let's create a string. Let's create a variable called c and give it a value empty string. So this is an empty string. We will talk about strings in a different lecture, but just to let you know, a space is not an empty string. In the double quotes, if I put nothing, it's an empty string. So if I do that, and if I try to find out, let's say print and bool of c, let's do that, and what it's gonna print is the last one is false, right? Because it's an empty string. So if empty string 0, none, all the none is actually null. So in other programming languages, null is the word that's known, but in Python it's none. So because it's an empty string, see, right? That's why it's printing false here. Let's give it a value. So let's give it a value, some value, any value. Basically you can give anything, and now let's print again the same thing. So let's copy this and paste it down there, and now let's run the code, and now it prints true, right? That's what I wanted to show you. So that's what I'm trying to explain, that Anything which is 0 or boolean of 0 or empty string, they're all false in terms of Python. It has only two values, Python boolean, and pretty much every in other programming languages also boolean has only two values, true or false. Anything else than the boolean of 0 is true. Boolean of 0 is false. That's it. Or we can, and definitely when we create variables we assign values, so we can find out. So let's say if I'm going to show you in string, so don't worry about it, but yeah, the way I showed you up here, that empty string is false, so that's how it works. So that's pretty much it, guys. Boolean is the simplest data type. It has only two values, easy to achieve. It's just like a switch, on off. You have only two values, on off, yes, no, 0, 1, true, false. That's it. You can just say it in any way, whichever way you like. So that's pretty much it, guys. Stay tuned for the next lectures. We'll discuss it about more data types. And thanks for attending this one. Thank you.